Hey guys, it's Jacob here from Melbourne Stars News. Welcome back to another episode of the Mighty Melbourne Stars podcast. Joined by Heath as always. How you doing, Heath?
Yeah, good yourself.
Always good, mate. And big news finally in the Big Bash. The fixture has finally dropped. It was long awaited, but it is here. 10 games as per usual. Looking forward to it. A mix of teams, a mix of venues, and we're going to get into it in just a second. But just initially, Heath, when you did see the fixture release, what were your initial thoughts?
Yeah, so my thoughts for the fixture, I looked at it and I'm like, we've actually got a really a good draw. It's not hard. It's a pretty, I'd say an easy draw for the season. I think we can start off our season pretty strongly, in my opinion. I think we can make a good run, but it's up to the players and the coaches whether or not they want to do the same thing.
And how good is game one against the Adelaide Strikers at home?
No, it's fantastic. We love the Adelaide Strikers. We always seem we've got a good record against them. And at the MCG, we remember last year what happened to them. We got the job done, but it wasn't pretty.
All out for 83 it was. At the G last year, actually 2-0 last year against the Strikers.
Mm.
We have a great record at Adelaide Oval. We're not playing them there in the opening game. We'll get to that in a moment.
Yep.
But yeah, MCG, and we spoke about this last year. In previous years, we'd opened the tournament. We're a big name team. Yes, we haven't had the trophies, but we're a big name club. We have a lot of fans. We're a prime time team. So we've always opened the tournament for years and years. And then last year we didn't. We were actually not even up until the fourth game or the fifth game. So it was good. It gave us our squad extra time to prepare, coaches to prep, us to analyse kind of what teams are looking for. And then you look at the run we had. We were 4-0 at the start of the season. So I'm super happy that the fixture has shaped up in the same way to where I think we're the fourth or fifth game. Um, so I think that's really beneficial. You may not see that from an outside perspective, but guys, internationals, players coming from other states, there's not a whole lot of time. December's a busy period, and each day we get is is really beneficial. So look, I'm pretty happy with the start of the fixture. Second game, Brisbane Heat at the Junction. What do you think about that?
Yeah, when I saw the heat at the junction, I thought, okay, that's a bit strange, not at the MCG, but I can understand why they want to get games at the Junction Oval. It's obviously want to probably to promote the Oval, as it's a good cricketing pitch as well, and I think it's good just to give fans that who can't make it to the MCG just probably want to get more crowds at the Junction Oval. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good game, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Recently, Cricket Victoria installed lights there at the Junction. We haven't played there since BBL 10, I believe, if my research is right. Could be wrong, but kind of, after that COVID era, things just slowed down there. And then there was talk about it last season, and then finally it's underway. And not only are we going to see Big Bash there, we're going to see state cricket there and plenty of other exciting tournaments. So it's great. It's great for Cricket Victoria. It's great for the local community. And yeah, we'll make sure to pack that out against the Heat. Game 3, the Perth Scorchers at Optus Stadium. The one thing that we begged for was to not have to play in Perth at Optus Stadium. We just have a terrible record there. You know what me and you are like. We back our team in every week, no matter who is playing, no matter where we're playing. But it just feels like it's impossible to win there. How do you feel about going back to Optus for a third consecutive year?
It's lovely because we no, I'm joking. We just got to pass we just we have to like Perth Scorchers are one of our biggest bogey teams, if not the biggest bogey team of the club. Like we cannot seem to get the win over them. You only have to cast your mind back to that last game that we if we had won we would have had a qualifier, but no, instead we dropped the ball and lost that, and it was pretty humiliating. We had to lose that game, but no, it's annoying where we play Perth Scorchers and we've never beaten them, or we have, but it's been a long time. It's like
Can't remember the
14.
last time.
It was BBL 09, and we got them
Yeah.
all out for 89.
Yeah, so that's back in the
Yeah.
Melbourne Stars prime days. Yeah, look, you got to give credit to the Scorchers where credit's due. They're a solid, very solid team, reigning premiers. It's not going to be easy to knock them off. But it's very hard to judge right now. Our squads aren't set. We don't know internationals. We don't know form of players. So all we can do is look at that fixture and judge. But based off previous results, we know it's going to be a difficult game. They defend Optus Stadium so well. But as the season gets closer, coaches will work with that. Fourth game, we moved to a new team, the Hobart Hurricanes. Last time we played them early at the G. This time we're facing them at Ninja Stadium first. That's where we had heartbreak last year. That is where we were eliminated in BBL 15 in the rain. It was devastating for all our Stars fans, and we'll try not to talk about that one too much because we want to keep our hopes high. But how are you feeling going into that game?
I reckon it's easily have to be our revenge game. We returned to the scene of the cry where you mentioned our season ended in heartbreak, and the rain absolutely robbed us of a chance to win the game because, like we said, if the rain hadn't have poured down, chances are that we would have chased the total that was necessary in order to beat the Canes. But no, unfortunately, we didn't get the job done. Hopefully, this time we get a chance to redeem ourselves, which I reckon we can do because. Like I said, it's a revenge game that you and I both agree that the Stars need.
Yeah, 100%. And we usually do have a pretty good track record as a general against the Hobart Hurricanes. But yeah, there's just that extra little bit of spice added to playing at Ninja Stadium where we just got eliminated. And we're going to move on. A quick turnaround here, just 2 days, just 1 day in between games. New Year's Eve, we're back at Adelaide Oval in front of the fireworks. Adelaide do it so well every year. They pack it out. It's always a great atmosphere. In BBL, test my thinking, I had it 12 and 13 here. In BBL 12 and 13, we played in the New Year's Eve game against the Strikers, and we dominated both of them. It's just something about it. We always play so well at Adelaide Oval. We haven't lost there in a long time. How are you feeling going into, prime time cricket at the Adelaide Oval once again?
Yeah, I love that the New Year's Eve clash is back. We miss it. Like you say, we always play well against the Strikers in New Year's Eve games, and we just think memory serves. Last New Year's game, didn't we chase down the highest total set like in club history or something?
Potentially, yeah. I'm not sure about that. I know there's many records that have been broken at Adelaide Oval. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's always great. It's always great to be there. And then the first derby back at the MCG, Melbourne Stars v Melbourne Renegades. One of two derbies taking place at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. It's emotional, isn't it, Heath?
it is. It's very emotional. Yeah. Obviously, during the week, you sent me a reel of like the moments of the MCG, and they put the
Oh wait,
heartbreak.
grand final.
Yeah, the '08 Grand Final, and I'm like, great. They had to put it in there just to piss the Stars fans off.
Because we haven't seen it before.
Yeah, we've seen it before. I think we can. It's going to be a big change. Obviously, the Renegades manager and uh, coach swapped from the Renegades to the Stars, and Max Abbott, shout out to him, great bloke. He moved from the Stars to the Renegades, so it's going to be
Yep.
emotional in that sense.
It's
And just to
a Yeah, for sure. It's a bittersweet feeling. It's weird. It's mixed emotions, and yeah, not just for players, not just for fans, but for staff as well. We've taken their coach essentially. They've taken our general manager, or we've swapped general managers. So welcome over to James Rosengarten if we haven't
yeah,
already mentioned him on the podcast. But yeah, it's a weird feeling. Fans kind of united for once. The two clubs for about 2 weeks there, they kind of formed an alliance because they'd been told that their clubs had merged, but more information came out pretty quickly, and then we realised that we were still going to be versing each other. So the rivalry lives on, and we need to make sure it's better than ever. It needs
Yeah,
we're both games at the MCG. We're not playing at Marvel. So we need to be able to pack that G out. I'm hearing that there's going to be some passionate fans there, potentially a bit of protesting happening pre-game around privatisation. So that'll be interesting to watch. I'll try and get to both those derbies just to experience, the red and the green for the last time, because it is the history of the BBL. It is the rivalry of the Big Bash. Every team has their moments, but this is the most sentimental moment. Move on. Game 7, Sydney Sixers at the MCG. This is just a standard game. It's not special. There's nothing about it. We always go well against the Sixers, as in, it's always an even game. It's always a good, entertaining game. And I think we need to give a quick shout out to Moses Enriquez. Announced his retirement today. Have any words for Moises?
yeah, absolutely. Love the guy. Didn't like when he played against us, but just loved what he did for the game of cricket and for Cricket Australia. From Jacob and myself, we cannot thank you enough, and best of wishes. Best of wishes to your future endeavours, and hopefully we get to see you in some cricketing format.
I'm
Whether that,
sure he'll be in that Fox Cricket commentary box in no time.
yeah,
Yeah, obviously, as Heath mentioned, yeah, shout out to Moses. Legend. He's just one of those respectful guys. He'll win the grand final against you, but he's humble, so you can't hate it. Game 8, Sydney Thunder. Now, we were told by multiple reporters, staff, we were told by a lot of people, well, it's a true thing. We put in a bid to not play at Canberra. We wanted to move that Canberra game to Junction Oval. So essentially we have one more home game, increase that homestand. Now we got the Junction Oval game. We got 50% of our bid, but we didn't move away from Canberra. So I've titled it CGO Oval, just shortened it. I can't
yeah.
pronounce the full. It's something Group Oval. I don't have it written down in front of me. It's not the Manuka Oval where we have played before. It is in the town Manuka, but it's a different oval. I'm from Melbourne, so I have no idea what it's like. I've never been there. I had to Google it. So we're playing there. I guess, it's good for the regional community up in Canberra, people closer to the border, those guys who are able to get to the game. As our general manager, James Rosengarten, said, we want to account for all of the fans and not leave anyone out. So that's important, from a sporting perspective, but it's a bit of a letdown having to play there again. What do you make of it, Heath?
Yeah, I actually like it's not at Manuka Oval this time, and they've chosen a neutral venue, but it's in Canberra, so guess we just have to find out and get the job done because we don't like losing to the Thunder. Because I know a few Thunder fans can get a bit arrogant with that.
Well, yeah, I guess the positive thing out of this is it's not our home game, and that was the main reason why fans were so upset with the Canberra game last year. It wasn't the fact that it was in Canberra; it was the fact that it was our home game. So that means we get less games in Melbourne. It's our disadvantage. It just didn't feel right. So having that Junction Oval game, and what we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MCG games. So we have 6 games in Melbourne. So I guess we can't really complain, and that's lucky because of the Renegades move to the MCG. It means we get that extra game at the G. So that is perfect. Game 9, Hobart Hurricanes at the MCG. Once again, nothing special about that game, just a standard game at the G. And then number 10, the Renegades at the MCG. I think this was done intentionally on the fixture. It is the final regular season, so not including finals. It's the final regular season game for the Stars and the Renegades. We have no more games after that game, and nor do the Renegades. I think we will make finals, and I think the Renegades are a shot as well. But in the event that we do not, this is the final game, the final time we see the Stars in green and potentially the Renegades in red. We don't know what the future holds at all. But Heath, it feels like they've intentionally done this. They've intentionally finished with Stars versus Renegades on the 16th of January. What will you be feeling, when that final game does happen?
I think with that game, the reason why they did it is because I think they want to boost the privatization thing and have the Stars and Renegades merge and sell off the Renegades to an Indian privatization investor or something like that. I think it's just the final swan song to a remarkable rivalry from both teams and farewelling of 16-year history, I suppose.
Yeah, well said. I think, yeah, it's a farewell of that 16 years. So we really hope that everyone can get down to the MCG for that game. We'll speak more properly of it as we get closer to the season and do real previews of the game. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. Now that we've gone through all 10 games, is there a game that just stands out to you like, oh, this is the game I want to be watching?
I'd probably say for me, it's the the last game for the Melbourne Stars and Melbourne Renegades in Game 10 of the final season. I reckon that'll be a standout for me, only because like of how emotional it will be, and we the chance to see the Stars and Renegades as the Stars and Renegades for one last time.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And I know it sounds boring, but that is going to be mine as well. It's just the significance of it. If this is the last time we see them, I think we will make finals. I'm not trying to jinx anything, touch wood, but, just the way we're going, I think we'll play finals. But if it is the last game, it's an iconic farewell at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in front of the Renegades and the Stars fans. But Adelaide Strikers, Adelaide Oval at New Year's Eve, that is a game to have your TV on or to even be there in person for those who can get there. That'll be no doubt an incredible game done by the Adelaide Oval with them fireworks. So I cannot wait to watch that. Look, I think we spoke about this before. We have a great draw. You can't really complain about it. 6 games. Excuse the bird in the background. Birds in the background. I'm outside. You can't complain about it. We have 6 games in Melbourne and 4 games away. 2 games against the Hobart Hurricanes, 2 games against the Strikers, and 2 against the Renegades, of course. So those are our double ups. Yeah, any last thoughts about it, Heath? Because I think we've covered everything that we needed to.
Yeah, so obviously, yeah. So what do you reckon our record's gonna be? Because for me, I'd say we win every game but the Scorchers games. That's what, 9 and
Nine and
1.
one.
Yeah, that's for me.
It's a high standard, and I think it's still very hard to tell. I'll give you a record, but we haven't signed any internationals yet. We haven't finalised our roster yet. We're far away from that, but we do have a lot of key players locked in. Stoinis, Cartwright, Maxwell, Siddle, Harper, Rogers. Those guys are the backbone of this team. Those are the ones who really are going to carry us all the way to finals. Guided that they're in form, I'd say we go. As of right now, I'm going to say 7-3.
Yep.
I think it depends what moves the GM and the coaches make. Hopefully we are aggressive in the period where we can sign players. I think we do need to make some critical signings. Continue to strengthen that batting lineup. We've spoken on this for so many years. It's still weak. It's stronger, but it's still weak. So we have to keep strengthening it. But yeah, I'd say 7-3. I think we dropped the game in Perth.
Yep.
Maybe 8-2. Maybe I was a bit harsh. I don't know. I think we dropped one other though. But yeah, do you have anything else you'd like to add as a final thing?
And obviously, what are your expectations for the team this year? Obviously, it's for the title. You sent me an article saying that James Rosengarten, that's a weird last name, has backed, yeah, has backed the team in, I think, winning like the whole thing, and he goes into detail why he thinks that is, and that's just I think it's just amazing that the our general manager has publicly backed us. It's very very good to see as well.
Yeah, for sure. No, James is a great guy, and we can't wait to work with him. And it's good to have his confidence and reassurance behind. I think my expectation is to win a final. We've made
Yeah,
the finals 2 years in a row now, and we've lost both straight away. So we haven't won a finals game since BBL '09. So that's a long time ago. So I think winning a finals game is an expectation. The grand final is not easy to win, and any team can win it. But in such a small competition,
yeah,
things can go right, things can go wrong. They have gone pretty well the last 2 seasons, but yeah, I think we do get to finals, but we have to win one, and we need to put ourselves in the position to win one, which means finishing first or second, getting that home final, and having the easy path. So the work has to be done during the regular season. But yeah, we will talk about that on in our future podcasts when signings happen, internationals are announced, coaching, all that kind of stuff gets finalised. So we're looking forward to that. But for now, guys, that wraps up the fixture review of the Melbourne Stars podcast. We hope you've enjoyed our analysis and details of every game, and we shared our thoughts. I guess that's everything for today. Stay tuned on our socials for live updates and media releases and stuff like that. And yeah, go Stars.
Yeah, go Stars. See you guys.
What you doing?